Well, hi there, everybody. Chris Berman, Booger McFarland, Week 10 in the NFL. What a gift this was. But before we even go to football, from all of us, from you, from me, from all of us at ESPN, Veterans Day, of course, the real day is the 11th. Thank you to all of you who have served, all of you who are serving, and a thanks in advance to all who are thinking about serving. From all of us at ESPN to you. This is a great weekend to think about what you guys are doing. Now we get to think about football, which, guys and gals, of course I meant, which these 1 o'clock games, by 1:10 Eastern time, we knew we were in for a hell of a day.
And boom, when I was playing, they always said, you remember November. I think today got us off to a really good start.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, first place teams playing first place teams. And then there's this team that, do they not look? Yeah, but they haven't lost since Christmas. Why don't we start with the Kansas City Chiefs against division rival Denver at Arrowhead in the Heartland. Chiefs have won 14 straight. They used to own Denver. Broncos surprised them last year, and they came in meaning business again. Bo Nix, rookie quarterback. Hey, fishing season, Adam Troutman, swimming upstream. Broncos moving swiftly, 3rd and 5 to the 6. Nix. Now beginning second quarter, same drive to Devon Vele. Broncos? They lead 7-0.
His pocket awareness, boom, is so good for a rookie, the ability to step up and find a receiver.
Sean has really done a great job with him, as is that coaching staff. Under 10 minutes to go in the quarter. Mahomes, John Franklin Myers sacks him. He was under duress from Denver all day, especially 15, Nick Benito. He looked great, Booger. Field goal Chiefs, 7-3. They trail. Nix. Little Jordan Humphrey doesn't look that little to me.
He's pretty big.
Yeah, Broncos getting to Chiefs territory. Then Nix. And suddenly it's Cortland Sutton, and the Chiefs trail by 11. It's 14-3 Denver. 6 minutes to go in the half. Mahomes, why don't you look for Travis Kelce? This is starting to look like we expected to, Booger.
No doubt about it. You lose the receivers, let's go to the tight end.
And now, under 2 minutes to go in the half, 4th and goal, Chiefs. Kelce, he gets open. You know he's going there, but he gets open. Touchdown.
Always open. Boom. Nice route there. The defender falls down. Kelce's Johnny on the spot, wide open.
76 touchdown reception for Travis tying Tony Gonzalez. Chiefs #1 all-time. Congrats. But 14-10 Denver at the half. Mahomes. That's DeAndre Hopkins. Last guy to wear 8 was Carlos Dunlap. He was like a defensive end, a really good one. Moving down the field. That's D-Hop. 6 minutes to go in the fourth, 3rd and goal, Chiefs. Mahomes. He's got Kelce. That one he wants back. Field goal. Butler makes it. Kansas City leads 16-14. Now, Denver, 6 minutes. Bo Nix, Sean Payton. Nobody better at managing the clock. Under 2 minutes to go in the game. Nix to Sutton. First down on 3rd and 6. 13 yards. Broncos driving. Tick, tick, tick. What a pass.
Again, stepping up in the pocket, allowing the receiver uncover, hit Sutton in stride.
So with 6 minutes, we go down to 1 second. They're not going to give the Chiefs the ball. Will Lutz is going to win it. No, he's not. Half of the Chiefs' special teams just burst through from that side. Leo Chanel got credit for it, but there were like 4 guys there, Booger.
Boom, this is a coordinated play and reminds me of when I played. We're going to attack the left tackle, knock him back, and slide somebody through to get your hands up. The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
And that's what it was. I mean, wait a minute. The Chiefs have won with Mahomes' heroics, with defensive heroics, with Butker's heroics. Wait, now they're going to block a kick and win for the 15th straight time. They've not lost since Christmas. The Chiefs are 9-0. They win 16-14. Patrick Mahomes says, wow.
They all feel like wins. I've learned that any way you win is good in this league. Obviously, there's stuff to learn from. Thought we did good things in good spots. I missed if I make the touchdown throw to Trav and I make the touchdown throw to Worthy, we're probably in a different situation.
The game told the story, and for it to end like that, I haven't been around a lot of those walk-off blocks, so I'm going to enjoy it, but I'm also going to get to work fixing the other things that we need to fix before we go to Buffalo.
Well, so Monday night, it seems like 8 years ago, right? They win in Tampa Bay, overtime win, coin toss win. Game could have gone either way, obviously. They blocked the kick. It wasn't a long kick at all. Look, we're going to go on about this here, too, but it's a reminder, right, Booger, that especially the teams that win, every spot on the roster is important. And theoretically, some of the guys on the field goal blocking team aren't playing a lot.
Correct.
But boy, did they deliver, and that's a new chapter in the Chiefs' victory run.
How many times do you hear coaches say 3 phases? Offense,
Yeah.
defense, special teams. The Chiefs believe that. They lived it today. And it's another example of how this team does not hand you victories. You're going to have to beat them, Boom. We look at the Chiefs as struggling a little bit because maybe the offense is not in sync. But this is a coordinated play that you see right here. We're going to line up 2 guys over the left tackle. We're going to knock the left tackle all the way back on his back, and we're going to rush right over the side because that's where the kick is going to go. So it's a coordinated play, just like a reverse, just like a blitz on defense. And you're going to have to beat this team. They're not going to beat themselves. They're a defensive-led football team, and you heard Patrick Mahomes talk about it. When we get the offense going, if I make the throw to Kelsey, if I make the throw to Worthy, they're winning now without the offense clicking. That should be scary for the rest of the league.
And look, their specialty. Look, let me just say this. 7th win for the Chiefs in this 15-game winning streak, trailing, well, this one by 11. This was the biggest one.
Yes.
But including the playoffs, Super Bowl, et cetera, 11, 10, 10, and 10. So 4 times it's been double digits that they've won. But let me give the names. 20 was Justin Reed.
Yes.
43 was Jack Cochran, a name you may not know. Leo Chenal plays plenty. Furious George, our man, 56 George Karlaftis. That big 98 up the middle in case for whatever reason the ball was going to the right. Dave Tobe's special teams. I want to tell the story, and then I went to the opening game, that opening Thursday against Baltimore, the new kickoff roll and everything. They booted it through the end zone. All the guys are charging all the way down the field. I later on said to Dave, I noticed you guys run all the way down the field, like full speed, even if they're not returning it. Well, it's something that we just believe in doing. That's what they play special teams. That's why they won today.
It's like an old saying, Boom, the way you do some things is the way you do all things.
And they've done it 15 straight.
Exactly.
They're at Buffalo next week, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. We have a really good game of division leaders, Steelers and Commanders in the nation's capital for Veterans Day, which is perfect. Steelers have won 3 straight. Commanders have won 3 straight. Jaden Daniels, what a sensation he's been, the 2nd overall pick. Russell Wilson, starting for a few games in a row now after Justin Fields sidelined and bench. Well, not so much bench, and this is why Russell Wilson is playing George Hartley Slim Pickens.
One-on-one coverage, throw it up, and a great adjustment by Pickens. The ball was thrown to the inside. He looked outside. The ability to adjust his body and catch it.
Steelers lead 7-0. Now, why a fake punt? I don't. 4th and 15 at their own 16. My goodness, Miles Killebrew, the direct snap to James Pierre, not Lucky Pierre.
This is something they saw because the gunner was not being pressed. They saw it, just did not execute it. Bro.
Well, Danny Smith, the special team coach, he knows what he's doing. But, oh, my God, what are we doing? Well, when Austin Eckler gets near the goal line, this is what happens, right?
No doubt about it. They're going to run the football and still no Brian Robinson, still the ability to be physical.
Always in the end zone as a Charger. Now as the Commanders were tied at 7. Oh, they punt here. Early 2nd quarter. Olamide Zaccheaus. Oh, doink! He muffs it. Pittsburgh Ben Skoranek gets on it, the former Ram. Now look at Danny Smith. Yeah, that's how we do it.
One of the best special teams coaches in football.
Absolutely. 3rd and goal now from the 3. Wilson moved. So many Steeler fans everywhere. Pat Fryer moved. Touchdown, 14-7 Steelers. 14-10 game. Daniels. Luke McCaffrey. Just over a minute to go in the half. Gain at 23. Austin Eckler, what do you think is going to happen?
Oh, they're going to give it to him in a nice cut. Stick the right foot in the ground. Cut it to the left. Easy touchdown.
17-14 Washington. Opening drive, second half. This game was good from the start. All 60 minutes. Daniels to Terry McLaurin. He by far and away their ace receiver. And he looked at here going all the way down to the 17, 54-yard play. A few plays later, personal goal from the 1. This time it's Jeremy McNichols. Nick McNichols and dimes his way into the end zone. 24-14 Washington. Same score, 10 minutes to go in the 3rd. Wilson, Pickens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Commanders in this picture. Yet Pickens in command, 34-yard gain on 2nd and 19. First to goal from the 1, Najee Harris. Cut out, cut in, 24-21, Steelers down 3.
Good game, back and forth we go, Boom.
Boy, here it is, play of the game now, 2:27 to go. Steelers behind 27-21. 3rd and 9 from the 32, Russell Wilson. Remember his days at Seattle? This is what he did. They just picked up the angular Mike Williams. That was not the red line. That was the gold line. And a touchdown. But Washington not done, 28-27. Zach Ertz on 4th and 9. Does he get it? Take a look.
Yeah, boom. It's close. I still think that they got the spot wrong. Either way, you got to run your route just a little bit deeper if you're Ertz.
Well, and they didn't get it, but Washington had 3 timeouts, but Pittsburgh was able to fool them. They had a chance to stop it, but they faked going for it on 4th and 1. They did everything. They looked at the playlist. They covered their mouths. They did everything. You know what? They were never going to go. They win it 28-27. The rookie made the mistake, Jerzon Newton. Afterwards, the intrepid and a veteran, thank you, Sal Paolantonio, with Mike Williams.
Come on. First catch in the Steelers uniform?
Yeah.
Take me through it.
I don't really know how to explain it, to be honest with you. It was a go route. Russ told me he was going to put it up there. I had a go ball, checked the sky, made the play, and the rest was history.
Check the sky, and there's the football.
Yep, that was the main thing. You know, the whole game, I was just watching how he was throwing, you know, what people call it the moon ball. And you don't want to look back at him. You want to look in the air because that's where the ball going to be. So me just watching for the sideline, I knew that I had to do that if I ever got an opportunity, and I done that.
All right, Sal, thank you. And look, Russell Wilson, we remember that so many times with Seattle, whether it was Baldwin, whether it was Curse in the Super. I mean, we could go on and on and on. Those moon balls, he did. That was patent.
And it's important to remember, when you're a receiver and you turn and look for the ball, remember, he said I looked in the sky. Normally, you would look right here, Boom, because that's where the trajectory of the ball is coming. With Russell Wilson, you got to look here. So you got to look in the sky for the ball, and they know that based on the quote-unquote moon ball because it's coming from the sky. You saw today why Russell Wilson is the starting quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Didn't panic. He got blitzed. But when he did, he threw the football. He gave his receivers, he gave Pickens, he gave Mike Williams opportunities in one-on-one situations, and both of them scored touchdowns. The calmness, the efficiency, the professionalism he brings to the quarterback position, you saw that on display today in a hostile environment. And now that they've traded for Mike Williams, he's got 2 guys that can catch those moon balls. I think if you're Mike Tomlin, you're pretty happy with your decision to name Russell Wilson your starting quarterback.
Absolutely. They ran it. Listen, both quarterbacks completed just 50% of their passes.
Correct.
So this wasn't one of those days. By the way, Pittsburgh has outstanding defense. Washington is coming on. I know Washington lost, but they played toe-to-toe with some of the NFL royalty, with a team that comes in with a certain game plan. And Washington was right in it. Obviously could have won the game. I'm not worried about them at all. Are you, Boom?
I'm not worried at all. We say this often, Boom. When a team loses, I learn more about them in a loss. I learned more about Washington today because the story of the game was, how was the young rookie going to handle this defense, this Pittsburgh Steelers defense with Watt and Highsmith and Queen? I think Jaden Daniels did pretty good. They took away his legs, Boom. He only ran the football for 4 yards today. They took his legs away, and he still almost beat them. That says a lot about a rookie quarterback.
Says a lot about the way Pittsburgh scouts, too. Like, if they're not going to beat us all the way.
Exactly. Yeah.
7-2 for the 4th time under Mike Tomlin.
Pretty good
He's
coach,
just
huh?
in. He's okay, right? I think he
pretty
knows
good.
what he's doing. I mean, every game was fun. By the way, Pittsburgh-Baltimore next week. The week began with that Baltimore-Cincy game. So here we go. Now, Saints made a coaching change after they lost their 7th straight. Darren Rizzi, special teams coach. How would they do? Well, Atlanta beat them. You know, it's always a close game, but you're going to put this. He lost 7 in a row. Derek Carr, wait a minute. Marquez Valdez Scantling. The catch! The touchdown! It's 10-0. Say no more. Play action, Kirk Cousins. Atlanta rolling up yards, over 400 again today. Darnell Full Mooney, 33 yards. Down to the 1. Under 6 minutes to go in the half, 4th and goal. After they've been stopped 3 times, little extra mustard for Bijan Robinson. 10-7 Falcons. Under 6 to go. Carr. To Valdez-Scantling. It's a beautiful throw down to the 3.
Boom. He couldn't catch in Kansas City, but, man, he's found his hands in New Orleans.
Yeah, he caught it late enough in the year, under 4 to go in the half. Carr. Valdez-Scantling. 2 touchdowns. Saints? Saints? 17-7. Just seconds to go in the first half. Younghoe Koo, we got to say, one of the most reliable kickers in football, missed one early. That's blocked by John Ridgeway.
Oh, Ridgeway, no way.
Hey, look, Rizzi. Hey, I may be the head coach, but I'm really a special
No
teams
doubt about
guy.
it.
Look at my guy, like Versace, right?
Exactly.
For the Raiders, and all of a sudden they got good. But Bijan Robinson puts mustard on this. Oh, wow. 37 yards. Falcons lead 20-17 late third. Now under 7 to go in the game. Same score. Younghoe Koo, unfortunately for him, again, he's one of the best, but this was going doink the wrong way. Rizzy, what do you think? Rizzy. Yeah, Rizzy's busy. The Falcons still trail 20-17. Cousins, is that the honey badger?
Oh, he always takes what he wants, Boom.
Yeah, clutch play by the vet. 3rd and 4, Saints own 44. Carr, Alvin Candy Kamara, they're going to put it away. But what? Wait a minute, Valdez with Kamara? Punt. We've seen Atlanta pull games out this year all year long. Cousins, Kyle Pitts, 3rd and long, 18-yard tick, 10 seconds to go, 4th and 4. Cousins. We make something happen, we got to get out of bounds. Ray McLeod, get out. Ugo Amadi says you ain't getting out until the game is over. Look at Rizzy, fired up. Saints, they were 2-0 in the summer. Since then, and they win it. They beat Atlanta, who's still in control of the division, 6-4. The Saints, that 7-game losing streak of corner. The first press conference has a head coach, Darren Rizzi. Unusual.
You guys know me, I'm a pretty open guy, so this is how my day started. I get down here to the stadium, I get down here to Superdome, I go in the head coach's locker room, which I've never used before, right? So here I am early in the morning, I go to the bathroom, and this is how my day started. I clogged the toilet. And I'm like, this is going to be a crappy day, pun intended. And so listen, I'm like, okay, this is not really a great start to the day. Here we go. And so, I'm not really feeling like a head coach of an NFL team right now. So.
They say how you feel on the bayou, right? That's your homeland. Meanwhile, 49ers visiting the Bucs. How about the Bucs? Monday, Kansas City. Now they got to host at a very hot day in Tampa. And does this get any better? Ricky Pearsall, #1 pick. You know his story. Shot in the arm, just minding his own business. Downtown San Francisco, August. First career touchdown, 7-0 touchdown pass from Purdy. Jake Moody, first game back after missing 3. He's got the Moody Blues. He needs Knights in white satin. The Niners go in the half leading 10-3. Bucs punting, early 3rd, Jacob Cowing. But teammate pushed into him, Boog. Anthony Nelson recovers Bucs.
Really good job by the Bucs defender, pushing the 49er into the returner.
Now, Baker Mayfield to Rachaad White at the big game, homeland Kansas City last week. Bucs tie it at 10. They're our favorite team. They just scrap, and look at Tampa Bay, Bucky Irving. 12-yard touchdown, Bucs. They lead 17-13 over the Niners. Even though Christian McCaffrey's back, could Moody make a field goal from 50? He's in a foul Moody. Very foul Moody.
There,
Kyle Shanahan foul Moody. Then Purdy, who played great, threw for like 350. There's Christian McCaffrey. First game back, he wasn't going to be top like he's going to be. Good catch. Purdy in pocket. You want to see something really Purdy? Watch this. George Kittle. Wow.
Just a great job by Purdy extending the play. And then George Kittle, the awareness, catch the ball, get toes down, little toe drag swag, touchdown, Niners.
20-17 Niners approaching the 3-minute mark. Moody, 44-yard field. Moody. We don't need Moody music. We don't mean to make fun. He was great. Super Bowl, set a record until Butker broke it in the same game. Debo pushing his long snapper, Tabor Pepper, little salt and pepper on the sideline. Not sure. We'll hear about it later. Meanwhile, Mayfield, how about this play? Pressured by Nick Bosa. He completes this to White. How'd he do it?
That's just the desire of Baker Mayfield. Stiff arming with the left hand and the awareness to keep his eyes downfield and find Rachaad White.
So the drive continues. 48 seconds to go in the 4th, 3rd and goal, Tampa Bay. Can they get in the end zone? He's looking for, remember, all of the big receivers, the names you know are gone. Raheem Jarrett, incomplete. They do make field goal. McLaughlin, we're tied at 20. 23 seconds to go in the game, maybe. Purdy to Juwan Jennings. Stutter steps. First down. Niners, field goal range. Do they dare try it? Do we try it? Well, we got to. 3 seconds up, 44 yards. Moody. Oh, the Moody Blues sang, I'm just a singer in a rock and roll band. And after 3 misses, it's good. Exhale all the way. That air will take the plane all the way back to the Bay Area. So he wins it. The Niners win it. 23-20. The Niners now 5-4 after that 3-4 slow start. Purdy threw for 353. McCaffrey caught for 68. Ran for 39. Debo, what happened?
Normally I don't even get like that, but just like frustrated in the heat of battle. Really close game, and I kind of got out of character a little bit, but I'll talk to Moody and we'll get past it.
Heat of the moment, it happens. I do got to make those kicks at the end of the day, so that's all I'm focused on. I'm not worried about anything like that.
Probably an obvious one. Guy's frustrated, and something probably happened, and brother scuffle a little bit. I didn't see any of it, so I don't know how bad it was, but something I'm not too worried about. We'll fix it. If it hasn't been fixed already, we'll fix it on the plane, and we'll go back to loving each other tomorrow.
Well, and that'll probably happen. I'm sure it will. They're 5-4.
Yeah.
They started slow before. By the way, John Lynch going back to Tampa, where he excelled with you. And
His name is in the Ring of Honor.
And he said, sorry, but I'm the GM, and we won the game.
Yeah.
The perfect thing for the Niners is that there's some good teams in the division, but everybody has 4 losses, and Seattle has 5. So there's room to move. How do you see them these last 6, 7, 8 games?
And that was my biggest question. Do they have enough runway to take off? Because they haven't quite taken off yet. The injuries. McCaffrey, his first game back today, and you saw what kind of difference he makes. 19 touches, over 100 all-purpose yards, the big catch. You saw he put everybody in their position. Ricky Pearsall came through. Debo can kind of go back to his role. George Kittle. So McCaffrey put everybody back in their position. My only question is this, Boom. From a defensive standpoint, can they get back to dominating once they get back Greenlaw and Hufanga? I think there's enough runway left. Purdy was outstanding today. When they get healthy and they're at their best, they can beat anybody. I just wonder, are we going to see them finally whole at some point this season? We haven't, and I know Ayuk is out for the year, but Jennings has stepped up, so they can kind of overcome that loss. Do they have enough to get healthy to finish off the season? I want to see that.
They think they do, but again, Greenlaw, remember that injury was in the Super Bowl.
Correct.
So who knows?
Correct.
But again, it's a long, long run. And let's just say this about Tampa Bay. They're 4-6, okay? They are better than a lot of teams that are 6-3.
Yeah.
I mean, by the eyeball test.
Yes.
Now, you are what your record says you are. I think maybe they have 1 game left against a team with a winning record. Don't suppose that means a win. Keep your eye on them. They're good enough to make the playoffs if they keep playing the way they are.
Yeah.
Even though they've lost a couple good. They're the only team to beat Detroit.
Yeah.
They almost beat Kansas City.
Yeah.
They almost beat the Niners. Meanwhile, Saints, new coach, new attitude. Sometimes that really works.
It's amazing what happens when the head coach is gone and now the other guys sit back and look and say, okay, you fired him, I may be next. Sense of urgency starts to happen in the locker room, and I think you saw that today. Mm-hmm. And it's good for them to get a win, Boom. They didn't play perfect. Kamara dropped the touchdown pass. They got Derek Carr back, but in the end, they got to continue to get better. They got a long road ahead of them with their salary cap issues. I don't know if they can make a run this year, but it's good to see them get a victory today.
Yeah, it is, and they now know they can give teams a tussle.
Correct.
It's a nice thing to go 7 in a row is enough.
It's a lot, yeah.
Vikings, one of the big surprises right out of the get-go. We're 5-0. The Vikings 6-2 into Jacksonville. You know the Trevor Lawrence, who knows what his future is this year. Mac Jones starting, former Patriots starter, and he takes the snap himself on 3rd and goal. Jones from the Jacksonville area. Jaguars. They lead 7-3. Sam Darnold. Justin Jefferson, ball tip. Oluokun from Yale, always around the ball, always around the making the tackles. And so Jacksonville in business. 7 minutes to go in the half. Darnold looking. Good pocket. But Montaric Brown,
Yeah, you just can't be late across the middle, Boom. He was late and off target behind Justin Jefferson. Pick.
Jags lead 7-3 at the half. Very warm in Jacksonville. Darnold drops back 3rd quarter. Picked off Darnell Savage. Look, you defensive players love to be able to throw a block, don't you?
Every now and then, Boom.
3 picks on Darnold. And he and Coach O'Connell discuss it. But this is a blackjack game. Hit me. It's only 7-6, 4th quarter. Vikings, a little bit of trickery. But the Jags, they're right there. They're all over it. Vikings do kick a field goal. They lead 9-7. Didn't have the regular kicker. Guy named Romo, not Tony. But he made it. He was good. Under center, oh, really? Really? Harrison Phillips says, Jackson DeVille says to the Vikings, you're not celebrating.
I'm glad they got him out of the pool.
He's a good golfer, I'm told, that guy, by the way. Book Jones would launch one, intercepted to Cameron Bynum. So the Jags turn the ball over. Under Doug is the lowest yards that they got, 143 as a team today. But they were in the game. I mean, the Vikings were just kicking field goals, but Minnesota wins it. They're 7-2. They had 7 wins all last year. So good for them.
It's really good for them. They got to continue to figure out how can I get the quarterback, Sam Darnold, to stop throwing so many interceptions. He threw 3 that counted. He threw another one that didn't count. So in his mind, 4 picks on the day.
Veterans Day, Booger, we go to fittingly Soldier Field. Bears have won 8 in a row in Chicago, hoping the start of a 3-game homestand on Veterans Day in Soldier Field would be perfect. And fittingly, they're playing the Patriots, okay? Drake May to Austin Hooper, maybe Bears defense. TJ Edwards steps in front. May picked off 5 times. He hadn't played much, but they look different with him.
Yeah, boom. He can't make that throw.
No, but he could make this throw. This is May. Pretty good pocket. You know, neither of these teams have great offensive lines. Let's end at that. 17-yard gain to Demario Douglas. Under 4 to go in the second quarter. May. Austin Hooper. 24-yard gain. Good ball from May there. Under 2 to go in the half. May, you know, it's Veterans Day. James K. Polk was the president. Jalen Polk was in the end zone. Fitting, 13-3. Patriots? 5.5 to go in the third quarter. Tell you what, the Patriots teed off on Caleb Williams. Maybe some pocket awareness, but the line, that's Brendan Schooler and Keon White. 7.5 to go at 16-3. Patriots tied a team record with 9 sacks today, Booger. Clicking on all phases, 4th and 2. Williams, Rome, Tunze, but they're down 16-3. They don't get touchdowns, they need 2. Are they going to do it? 4th and 10, 5 to go. Marcus Jones, tell you what, Patriots defense, too good.
No doubt, boom. 9 sacks and relentless pressure on Caleb Williams all day. The Bears offensive line should be ashamed of themselves.
Chicago, unbearable. 23 straight dives without scoring a touchdown. You want to know the Bears' records coming up? Or are we talking about, yeah, we are, never mind. I'll talk about them in a minute. Bills, Colts, here we go. Buffalo, 7-2. Yeah, Kansas City's next week. They know Indy plays every game 7 points or less. Josh Allen says, let me show the veteran Joe Flacco what I can do. Meanwhile, the defense is saying, Josh, look what we can do. Taron Johnson, one of the best at the nickel there. And number 7, scores 7, if you will. 23 yards, 7-0 Buffalo.
Really good job in zone coverage by Johnson.
Next Colts possession, 9 minutes to go. Flacco back. Tries to dump it off. Intercepted by Austin Johnson, a new Bill, or an old Bill, a new Bill. Yeah, baby. Austin Johnson was Austin Powers. 10-0. Look at the big fella.
Boom, it's so great when you're over 300 pounds to catch the ball because they think you can't catch.
Well, they were wrong, and it's a 10-0 Bills lead. Flacco fakes handoff Tyler Goodson. It's a good thrower, tied at 10, second quarter. 3 minutes to go in the half. 13-10 Colts. Josh. How good is that? Tight end Dawson Knox. They got 2 good ones.
That's a great throw in stride, touch pass, beautiful play.
Now how good is this? Josh. All design. This is a design run. I'm a stiff arm. Get out of here. Allen. 17-13 Buffalo.
Such an advantage when the quarterback can run the ball.
Under a minute to go in the 3rd and 2. Allen, Ty, Johnson across. Look at this. Check. So what this is, they're in their own territory. Why would the Bills call timeout? Just go to the line. Here's why you call timeout. Because you have him. You have Josh Allen. Are you kidding me with that throw? Really? Really? Remember, they started the drive at like their own 15. It's Mac Hollins. Sets up a field goal. That's why you do it. 20-13. Under 6 to go in the 3rd. Flacco. Greg Rousseau with the strips him number 5, DeMar Hamlin. He's already returned a pick for a touchdown this year. DeMar Hamlin on the ball.
Yeah, how good is that? And Rousseau coming in. They need him to continue heating up the quarterback.
They do. Next play, Bills, Allen. Oh! Talk about a good play. Kenny Moore, Colts.
Yeah, we talk about Tyron Johnson being one of the best nickel backs. You can put Kenny Moore in that category. If he was able to stay on his feet, boom, that's a pick six. Slipped and fall there, cost the Colts.
Colts take over, fourth quarter now, 23-13 Buffalo. Flacco to Alec Pierce, off his hands. And so it's not really a Flacco fall, a little high. Taylor wrap, don't give him a bum wrap with the Bills defense again with a turnover.
Yeah, ball a little high. Flacco's got to bring that down.
Yep, Allen then 7 minutes ago to Khalil Shakir with the screen set up. That offensive line is just about as good as there is in football. They've hardly had any starter miss a game is what I'm trying to spit out. Now, James Cook to the pylon. Whee! I'm in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Let's go, Buffalo. They're in. Sean McDermott's team is 8-2 with the Chiefs coming to town next week. The undefeated Chiefs at the Bills. Needless to say, that'll be fun. The Bills, like we said, they win it 30-20. They're 8-2. They're 8-2 for the first time since 1993. That was their last of the 4 Super Bowl years. So, look, the Buffalo Bills, they've got a lot of ways to go. I don't think even defensively they are where they want to be. Von Miller is back. They say he can be a presence. You can see him from time to time. But with Josh Allen, and once they get Amari Cooper, I think he's going to play next week. That's like D-Hop with Kansas City. He's quarterback friendly.
And boom, today's game was the epitome of finding a way to win. On the road, no Amari Cooper, no Keon Coleman. We know Matt Milano's been out for the season, so you're missing a lot of your top guys. And Josh Allen finds a way to get it done. The defense, 4 turnovers. When you can turn the football over and give your offense short fields, it's a team game. The offense shouldn't have to do it all. The defense has to help. It's called playing complementary football. They did that at a very high level today. And if you're Buffalo, just keep checking wins. The big one next week, I think mentally is more important for Buffalo. When they face Kansas City, mentally, can this version of the Bills deal with the undefeated Chiefs? I think that's the showdown we want to see next week.
They've beaten them in the regular season the last couple of times.
Correct.
I mean, I know they'll say, well, that doesn't matter, but that's something to look forward to. They don't play that much, and I think some guy named Manning, and then there was a Luck that played quarterback for the Colts. Bills' first win in Indy since 1998.
Yeah, that's a long time.
I don't know this, Booger. I would be surprised if Anthony Richardson doesn't play next week for the Colts.
Right. I think I agree with you because if Flacco's going to turn the football over and you're not going to put up points, then why are you playing him? You got to play the guy that you drafted 4th overall because if you don't play him now, then that's 2 years down and you still wouldn't know what you have.
On to the Bears. Promising start, and who knows where they're going to go. But they now have lost to the number 2 overall pick that Caleb has. It's not on them forever. Jaden Daniels. They lost the number 3 overall pick May today. Lost the number 4 overall draft pick Marvin Harrison Jr. I'm just saying, so you know there'll be some noise in Chicago. Their schedule: Detroit twice, Green Bay twice, Minnesota twice, San Francisco and Seattle. Whoa.
A lot of noise, a lot of bad looks on the sideline, a lot of bad body language. And if you're the organization, you drafted the most talented quarterback, number 1 overall, and he's not playing like it. Meanwhile, you've seen the other guys start to ascend and play better. I think there's going to be a lot of noise around that team about the coach because he's got to get the team to play better. They got playmakers, okay? They got guys on offense. The defense has been top 15 the last 18 months of NFL football, but the offense is going downhill, and I'm afraid the noise is going to become deafeningly louder.
They better dig in. 2 home games against division foes. Neither are Detroit. Green Bay and Minnesota. We'll see. Speaking of digging in, Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? Of course.
How about them?
Of course. Dak out. Cooper Rush 5-1 as a starter, but here comes Philly.
Okay.
Philly. How would they do with Dak over there? Hey. Milton Wood. Really? So that didn't work. Milton Williams there to jump on it for the Eagles. What's the rush? Get the ball. It happens. Eagles, great field position, turnover. So what do you think is going to happen from the 1? What do you think?
Yeah, Cooper Rush has got to catch the ball because if you don't, now the brotherly shove takes over.
7-0 Philadelphia. 50 rushing touchdowns, a lot of them about that length.
Yes.
For Jalen Hurts. Averages 1.1 yard per touchdown. Hurts drops back. Micah Parsons knocks it loose. Maris Liupa is there to recover the fumble. Defense. Cowboys?
Welcome back, Micah Parsons. First time since Thursday night against the Giants.
Now, rush, fake, handoff. A, B, C, D, E. Looking for Lamb, didn't get him. Oh,
boom, this has always been a problem. Anytime the sun is up, they have that window on the opposite end. You can't see on that end of the field.
It's their stadium. Fix it. Hurts to Dallas Goedert. Really? A guy named Dallas is going to score for Philly in Dallas. That hurts, if you will, okay?
I see what you did there.
It writes itself. You said it. 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. Hurts looking around. Nice job by the line. Oh, it's Johnny Wilson.
Had a rookie from Florida State.
Oh,
and
they
again,
still make
Hurts,
balls, right, Wilson?
Exactly. Hurts stepping up in the pocket, creating that play.
21-6. Hurts will keep it himself. Now the round is on. 28-6 Philly. And we've seen enough. And here's Trey Lance. Fans going, well, why not? Right? Keep it myself. Is that a first? No, it's a 4-yard gain. Later in the drive, wait a minute. No, it's a sad. The ball is out. Zach Bond, Dallas. All right, where's the number? I'm looking for it. Here it is. Last 5 home games started with that playoff disaster against Green Bay. All losses. Outscored 201 to 91. You want to see a surprise story this year? How about the first place? By the way, Philly in first place, playing Washington Thursday. First place, Arizona Cardinals. Aaron Rodgers said he had Kurt Warner hooked up one of the best games ever in that playoff game at the Big Toaster. But Kyler Murray, can Arizona win 4 in a row? James Conner, he's not even blowing anybody over. He's wide open. Called a touchdown. They said his backside was down at the 1.
Yeah, boom. His backside was down and the ball was in the left hand. No touchdown.
But guess who's going to get not even, where are the Jets? Where are they? 8-play, 70-yard drive, 7-0 Cardinals. Jets field goal, 7-3. Murray. This combination, him to Trey McBride between 3 defenders.
One of the more ascending tight ends in the league, and Murray has been really accurate from the pocket.
Later drive, 3rd and goal for the 1. Murray fakes a handoff. I don't think they're going to catch him. Wow. He's in. But wait a minute, flag. He points the ball to the end zone, but it's nothing. 14-3.
Yeah, boom. Anytime you can put a run fake like that, that's because of James Conner. Easy walk in for Murray.
Jets kick field goal, 14-6. Jets kicking field goal. Murray to McBride. Shakes off the sauce. Too much sauce by McBride, then hurdles. How about this play?
And boom, that's just poor tackling from Sauce Gardner. And McBride, again, continuing to make more plays for the Cardinals.
17 yards. Then Quincy Williams. Oh, my God. Helmet's off. Where's the ball? Oh, my goodness. It's Murray. Is he okay?
Boom, that's what you call a slobber knocker.
Oh, my goodness. Is he okay? Yes. That would be Murray to Marvin Harrison Jr.
Again, the Cardinals, the ability to track the ball in the sky. Perfect pass by Kyler.
Jets down by 18. I know it's not been the best season. They haven't been down by 18 at the half. Cardinals having their way with the vaunted Jets defense. Rodgers, Devontae Adams. Not good for the Adams family.
Yeah, ball tipped a little bit. He couldn't get his hands on it. Good play by the defense.
4th and goal. Jets got to go. Rodgers under pressure. Aaron a hit by Zabin. Whee! Ball in the air. Kaiser White recovers for Arizona. Aaron flexing his arm. Goes in the blue tent. Meanwhile, Murray. Too much. It's been a long time since we could say this. Too much Arizona Cardinals for the Jets to handle. Put the bag on your head. It's just about over. Cardinals roll 31-6. They've won 4 straight. The Jets, well, they were favored for the 3rd straight time at Pittsburgh. Loss. They played Houston on their Thursday winning records. At Arizona, the all good teams lost. The Jets fall to 3-7. But the story here is Arizona, who's in first place over San Francisco, over the Rams, over Seattle in the West.
They understand who they are, the identity. They run the football. James Conner has given them toughness. Defensively, boom, they get after the opposing team's quarterback. And when we talk about the top quarterbacks in football, we mentioned everybody, Allen, Mahomes, Lamar Jackson. Kyler Murray's playing really good football right now. The accuracy from the pocket, and his ability to be a dual threat. He doesn't run all the time, but when he does, boom, his ability to get around the corner, his feet move so fast, you can't catch him. They're playing really good football, and the quarterback deserves to be mentioned among the elite right now.
Well, they played 10 games, 5 of them 28 or more points.
Yes, speaks to the offense.
That ought to work. You know what else works? A different sort of winning football. Chargers. They get a little lead, and it's like legal deflategate. We take the air out of everything, and the game is over. Justin Herbert, Will Levis, the Will Levis experience for the Titans. Levis. Tennessee starts fast. Their defense is still proud. They play well. That's Levis to Calvin Ridley. Titans. They won last week, 7-3. Now 7-6. Herbert to Hassan Haskins. How about that? A flea flicker. Joshua Palmer, 36 yards. Herbert, like it's doing the slalom there.
It's just a different little element, boom. He's 6'6". He can run the ball.
13-7. Herbert. Jeffrey Simmons still playing great for Tennessee. Ball scooped up. Roger McCreary, get it? Rumbling, not stumbling. Oh, but it's overturned. Brian Callahan says, come on, we're the Titans. Give us a break. Remember it.
Yeah, Jeffrey Simmons is still playing at a high level. Just watch and see. Hand still going. It may be sideways, boom, but it was going forward a little bit.
Well, he's upset. Jim Harbaugh, I thought, hurt his shoulder. He showed that it was a pass like 40 times. 13-7 Chargers. Now, Herbert, Quentin Johnston. Oh, that's nice. 20-10. The game is over with the Chargers.
Remember, early in his career, he couldn't catch. Now he's catching everything. Good for him.
Under a minute to go, third 11. Joey Bosa, when healthy, this is what you get.
Yeah, when healthy. He's healthy now, and he's playing well.
70 sacks for his career. Titans punt. Fourth quarter. Herbert, shadow of his own goalpost, to the youngster Ladd McConkey. And nothing conky or kooky about that play. 37 yards then. Second to go from the one same drive. Whee! Haskins, they say he's over the pile. 27-10.
Yeah, really good job. Ball breaks line, touchdown.
5 minutes to go in the game. Levis, Bud Dupree. Oh, he's played. See, when you have a lead, right, Boog, you can finish the sentence.
No doubt. You got a lead, we can rush the passer. You got to earn the right. They earn it all the time. And now, look at them, boom. Look at the Chargers. They can run the football. Herbert only threw 18 passes, boom. That's the style of football Harbaugh wants to play.
They're ahead, and they just, it's legal deflategate. They just close the door. Veterans Day football in Germany. Really, I'd personally rather they pick another weekend, but at any rate, we had the Giants and the Panthers. Oktoberfest, still pouring beer. Now, Young, Bryce Young, hey, he can do this. Panthers won last week. He's happy.
Yeah.
He's happy. Under 4 minutes to go in the court. Young to Chuba Hubbard. Punches it in. Boy, he's had a really good season for a team that's really struggling. 13-7 Panthers. Giant Jones fakes a handoff. He can run it in. The Liebes say the Panther fans at 17-14. Under 2 minutes. Same score. Jones, Theo Johnson. Field goal territory. Graham Gano missed one earlier. It was a day of some missed field goals. I mean, it happens. Graham Gano, what do you know? It's good. We go to overtime, just what you wanted. Veterans Day in Germany, and we're going to overtime. Giants win the toss. Tyrone Tracy had a nice game, but Sean Robinson, the peanut punch. Josie Jewell gets it.
Yeah, good job there. Tracy's going to be a nice little running back in this league. He's going to learn in traffic, put two hands on the ball.
Well, and so that sets up some running plays. Panthers, they're going to win 2 in a row? Really? Eddie Pinheiro bread. Yeah, bread for everybody. Wine, bread, cheese, beer. They win it. 20-17, 700 days since the last 2-game winning streak by the Panthers. The Giants favored for the first time in 25 games. A reminder why that happened this game on this day. Okay, so the late games, Booger, not like the early ones, which were spectacular. There's a list of teams. Most disappointing, here we are in the middle of November. The de facto playoff team, the Jets, okay, who against the Cardinals, we just said it had 207 yards on offense, the worst they've had this year. The playoff team last few years, 12 wins, 5 losses. Now they've lost 6 games already. Dallas Cowboys, who had 146 yards today against the Philadelphia Eagles. It's not who's worse, but what do they do in the locker room to keep it together to maybe build a win and another one? Can they?
It's just tough, Boom, because in order to get morale up, you got to provide hope. When you're missing players or there's no light at the end of the tunnel, it's tough to get hope, especially like if you look in Dallas. The quarterback's most likely gone for the season. Right. Michael Parsons came back today, but no DeMarcus Lawrence. Like, you're missing players, and you got to come to work. It's only the midway point of the season. There's still 8, 9 more weeks left in this football season, so it's tough to do. But that's what we get paid to do. And so you got to be a professional.
Well, the Saints did what they did.
No doubt. The Saints lost 7 in a row. They showed up and won today.
Right.
Your fans deserve to get an honest effort. You owe your organization an honest day's work. So that's what we do as professionals.
Well, I mean, we'll see. I mean, it's middle of November.
Yeah.
Mathematically, anything's possible, right? We know how to add. There's just under half the season left. Meanwhile, back to the Chiefs, because who knows how long the winning streak may end next week against Buffalo.
Correct.
But some of these things, 7th straight win when trailing in the 4th quarter, including the playoffs, 2nd longest streak in history. Colts 08-09. 12th straight win by one score, including the playoffs, tied for 2nd longest streak in NFL history. This is a term you hear, they know how to win. They expect to win at all costs. What's that like in a locker room? You've been on Super Bowl championship teams.
Anytime there's a play that needs to be made, you expect to make it. You've heard this term. You have to learn how to win. They've learned how to win. And what learning how to win means is really simple. We're not going to beat ourselves. We're not going to make losing plays. We're going to continue to make the most winning plays each and every time we step on the field, which gives you an opportunity to win, Boom. Bill Belichick said it all the time. Most games in this league are lost, not won, meaning don't beat yourself. And the Chiefs have developed a mentality that even in the closest games, they're not going to beat themselves. And one of their playmakers, Chris Jones, Mahomes, Kelsey, Butker, somebody's going to make a play to help them win, and they continue to do it over and over and over.
And on this day, they won, and we talked about it at the head of the show with the special team, the blocking a field goal. They got a good punter. They got an outstanding kicker. They even did this, which we didn't show. We can't show you everything, but at the end of the half, long field goal attempt, Denver. Mecole under the goal post. It was just short, like Ed Reed, like 108 yards, and others. Chargers, I'm spacing Cromartie, et cetera. We can go on.
Yeah.
He returned it, whipped back to the 50, midfield. It was like a 60-yard return. Special teams.
Yeah.
You know what a difference it makes. Today, it was the difference of winning and losing.
It's the hidden yardage. We oftentimes look at the box score and we look and we go offense, defense, but we never look at the hidden yardage. Punt return yardage.
Right.
Kick return yardage. Missed field goals, blocked field goals, the special teams. It's always been 3 phases of football. The good teams not only know that, they practice that every single day.
Well, and they're just as, we started the show this way, they're just as an important part of the team. Okay, there's Patrick Mahomes, I get it. But every special team player, that's part of the reason you're kept as, an extra fullback, an extra something.
Yeah.
Oh, because special teams, we need that young man. He's okay at defensive back. He's really good at special teams.
Because I got to have somebody on teams. Oftentimes the 5th wide receiver, the 6th corner, those people are your starters on special teams.
Or some speedy linebacker that can come blind. You know what? It all adds up in the end. Kansas City hasn't lost since Christmas. Now you talk about special. Game balls, who was special to you today?
Yeah, Boom, I'm going across the pond, and I'm going to go over to Germany and get Chuba Hubbard, running back from the Carolina Panthers. He was special today, 28 carries, 153 yards, 5.5 per carry, 1 touchdown. He also had, Boom, 2 catches, 18 yards. He's got a new contract, and in a year that has not gone the way the Carolina Panthers have wanted, they benched their quarterback, the one bright spot that shined all year long, Chuba Hubbard.
I'm going to call them human interest stories, but they had a big part in the games. How about Ricky Pearsall, San Francisco, in the end zone, first time this year. We talked about his story. You know it. They drafted him 1 for wide receiver, though expected great things. They're getting them as the Niners win at Tampa. Damar Hamlin, you know his story. They weren't sure what kind of play he would have at the safety position this year. He has grown as a player, in addition to obviously someone who is healthy, and every time you see him, and I was up there this week. I had a chance to talk to him for a while. he's smiling. He smiles. He's infectious. He's infectious to all of us. So my game ball goes to two guys who we're thrilled to see play.
Boom, anytime you get in a position where not the game, but life is almost taken away, you learn to enjoy everything in life, every day. The game, the practice, your family, whatever you're doing, you enjoy it more. And I think that's what you're seeing. You saw it from Pearsall. You saw the joy from Hamlin. Yep. Anything you get an opportunity to do because you know that was almost taken away.
Right. And the joy jumps to the TV set.
Yeah, you can see it. It's palpable.
Absolutely.
No question.
Well, there's a lot of joy in Detroit. This just in. The Lions are really good. They've lost one game. They lost to the Bucs. That's it. Can they keep it rolling Sunday Night Football against Houston with an interesting uniform choice? We see it from time to time. Scott Van Pelt has the highlights. Scotty?
Boom, I like the uniforms, and I hate everything. Not as much as Stanford Steve hates everything, but I'm not a big fan of the uniforms. Like these fancy home unis. And Houston played, well, they say dress for success. They played like they felt good. They're up 13-7. And Jared Goff here has his hand hit by Danico Autry. It's tipped around, and Henry To'o has the pick. The second interception of Goff in this game. It would lead to a Texans field goal, and they've got a 2-score advantage at 16-7. They get the ball back. They got time to add to the lead. C.J. Stroud on time, a beautiful ball to John Mechie. And the familiar celebration from his days at Alabama. That's his first career touchdown in the NFL. Texans rolling, up 23-7. It's 23-7, early third. Goff winds up and hits Sam Laporta, who had scored earlier in the game. They're in the red zone. They've got a two-headed monster in the backfield, Gibbs and David Montgomery. He's kind of the battering ram in close. Takes it in. They go for two, don't get it. 10-point game. Stroud got a man. It's Tank Dell, but it took a little bit too long to get into the air, and it's Carlton Davis III with his second pick of the game. And the Lions, if Uncle Mo's a real thing, he's wearing Honolulu blue. No, he's not. Kalen Bullock picks Goff. Goff had 4 picks all year, picked off 5 times in this game. But the Texans can't do anything with it. And now here come the Lions. Amon-Ra St. Brown for the 7th consecutive game. A receiving touchdown, which is a new franchise record for the Lions. 23-20 after a punt for the Texans. There goes Gibbs. There's that burst to the outside. You got an embarrassment of riches on this offense. And now add the list of weapons to include Jake Bates from 58 to tie it just barely inside the right upright. Ties for the 3rd longest field goal made in Lions history. We're tied at 23. Texans. If they could get a first down, they could probably bleed the clock and kick a game winner at the gun. Stroud looking for Xavier Hutchinson. He wants PI. Terrion Arnold, he gets there early. There is no flag. That means Kaimi Fairbairn, who's 11 of 13 from 50-plus this year. A little too much draw on that one, and then boom, he's in the rough, not the fairway. Misses from 58. That opens the door for Detroit. Goff, St. Brown, first down, and now Detroit can force the Texans to use all their timeouts, take the clock down to 4 seconds. Bates this time from the left hash. And this time just inside the left upright. It's good at the gun. And Detroit erases a 16-point deficit. And they're off to their best start since 1954 when they were winning NFL championships. Coach Campbell and his guys, they just fight and fight. And now they enter into a portion of the schedule that would, all respect, it's due every NFL opponent, a little bit easier. They welcome the 2-8 Jaguars to Detroit next week. The Texans will stay in-state for a Monday Night Football game with the reeling Dallas Cowboys, but they're going to have to turn the page quickly as they allow a 16-point lead on their home field to evaporate in a second half where they did not score a point and sees the Lions walk off winners on that 52-yarder from Bates.
All right, fellas, thank you, and hope everybody enjoyed Week 10 of NFL Primetime. Again, our salute literally and figuratively to those who have served, those who are serving, and those who are thinking about serving. It's Veterans Day. weekend. Obviously, Veterans Day is the 11th, a very historic day here and abroad. And we honor you as you honor us by just doing what you have done. For Booger, I'm Boomer. Thanks for watching NFL Primetime. Ready to churn into the middle of November?
Let's do it. These are the games we remember, Boom.
We remember November. As the day we're doing this show is the 49th anniversary of the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. We remember those folks too. Those who know me know that it's one of those things. All right, thanks for watching.